when she talking to a player. Damn, I'm gonna turn the light on. As big as you done as you finish. And I feel like Austin Reeves. Bitch, I'm really him. Bitch, I'm really him. This shit hit different. Do your homework. Shout out to J-Man, man. And it's crazy that he just said that because that's actually who the fuck I was finna talk about. God damn, that shit crazy. Small motherfucking world, man. But, and it wasn't ain't like, I ain't even talking about nigga on no shit like that. But I had just watched that shit with J-Man, well, the Say Cheese shit, with him, Rainwater, and Aunt Glizzy. And of course, Sean Cotton. And I don't know how I feel about that shit, man. I ain't gonna lie, man, because I fuck with J-Man. And whereas that nigga Aunt Glizzy was trying to get off on that nigga, man. I can't even say it no different, man. Like, it was just something that she was saying. See, Aunt Glizzy, he one of them niggas, he one of them funny ass motherfucking, he's actually an intelligent, like an intelligent nigga that, like, he one of them annoying niggas that try to hit you with, like, a point that's hard to argue. But his problem is, and this is where J-Man could have stung his ass at, he don't do his homework. He rely on his own shit because he just think he got that shit all figured out. Like, he one of them niggas. Like, you know, I ain't never met no nigga who just felt like, yeah, I just got this shit figured out just because, nigga, I done been right a few times. See, that's the type of nigga that Aunt Glizzy is. And he ain't no dumb nigga. But, again, he just didn't do his homework on certain shit. Motherfucker with headlights be sent back there too. I don't like that shit. But, yeah, because even when he was like, nigga, y'all go to put some peace after Duck got hit. And I ain't gonna lie. See, it's still some 60-30ers that ain't with that pushing the peace ass shit. They ain't not with that shit at all. For that reason. And that's why I say Glizzy didn't do his homework. Because if you did your proper homework, you would know that. And when he was saying it, like, that's all that done happened. Like, J-Man couldn't say shit, and I'm just a nigga. I'm on the outside looking in. I don't know nobody on no side. I ain't, you know, I'm not a 60-30, and I ain't no old blockian. I ain't goddamn 4'6". I ain't none of that shit. I am who I am. But, again, I'm a nigga that can call that shit down the middle. I'm gonna call it down the middle. Ace always gonna call it down the middle now. Unless it was one of my folks, then I'm gonna be biased as a motherfucker to y'all. I might be down the middle when I talk to them and when I let them know, like, yeah, you was on some bullshit. But to everybody else, though, nah, nigga, they right. But anyway, the nigga, That ain't where it started. That shit didn't start with them killing Duck or killing Cash. Like, and I don't know if O-Block should get the credit for Cash anyway, but, and that shit so fucked up, man. That nigga died on my birthday. That's what was fucked up for me, man. Like, cause I fuck with Cash. Like, his shit used to always come up. I'll be on Instagram, and his shit always come up. Goddamn it, FBG Cash going live. And I click on this nigga shit, and the nigga is entertaining from start to finish on that motherfucker. Like, and that shit popped up on my screen, man. It was either my mixtapes or it was Say Cheese. My nephew sent it to my phone, but one of them had posted it though. He sent the post to my phone. FBG Cash shot and killed in motherfucking Chicago. And man, I ain't gonna lie, man, that shit fucked up the first half of my birthday, man. And it's crazy because this social media shit, it'll have you feeling like you really do know a motherfucker. Or this internet shit, not even just social media. Like, but it be like that, like, I guess it's like that just for stars, period. So I guess when you see folks you relate to, it's gonna be like that. But, like, that shit didn't start with them, though. Like, them niggas that was Get Back gang. Cause they had to get back for a lot of they fallen soldiers. Folks done fell on both sides. And that's where that shit get ugly at and all that old shit. But certain folks that might done feel, they might not be on the forefront. Like, they might not be rappers or whatever, but they might be heavy in the street on some Chicago shit. So them niggas are goddamn, like, it'd be big, it'll be a big skull for them, so to speak. You know, since we taking skull nowadays, it will be a what a nigga would refer to as a big skull. But we might not know just cause hell we ain't living in Chicago and know that shit, or we ain't did our homework. That's why I say Aunt Glizzy didn't do his motherfucking homework. And J-Man ain't gonna say too much, but I could tell that nigga got hot. That nigga J-Man was hot on that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what nobody motherfucking say. That nigga J-Man was hot. That nigga got quiet. He wasn't laughing at jokes no more. He started eating imaginary motherfucking whoops, trying to goddamn distract himself. This nigga lost it. He was ready to, boy, he was ready to say, fuck this Pusha P shit, nigga. Nigga, who the fuck you think you is, bitch ass nigga? You ready to get to him. But, yeah. He was trying to get off on that type shit. But he was double talking his motherfucking self, though. And Glizzy was double talking like hell. He was, and one minute he like, oh no, I ain't no gangster. I live in the suburbs and I'm not like that. And then he like, man, I'm a real gangster. And certain shit he was saying, he was contradicting the shit out of himself. But J-Man had got mad. So he couldn't combat that shit how he probably should have. He couldn't even function right. That nigga was hot. And the armpits was sweating, goddammit. Nigga like this nigga just slid this blick out of my motherfucking feet. Use that motherfucking thing. Fuck. And I feel him, man, like shit, a nigga talking crazy like that nigga talking about some, cause I realized I had niggas like you and Butter on my team and that, like, god damn. Like, J-Man just a slouch out here, like Butter just a slouch out here. Like, I ain't even from up there, but motherfuckers, I'm from Milwaukee. I'm not from Chicago. But just knowing that shit and knowing certain motherfuckers, because of course, Milwaukee, like, motherfucking, that's like traveling from Atlanta to goddamn Macon on some shit. And that shit, like, that's what that shit is. It's like traveling from Atlanta to Macon. And that shit, all that shit be the same type of shit. The housing set up the same. Like, it's probably, I would say it's probably more project buildings and shit like that in Chicago. And they like a bigger city, like it's bigger than Milwaukee. But the same type of shit going on, the same type of niggas. And everybody put something on everything. But yeah, man, that shit, yeah, but just to say, like, them niggas just slouches like that in the street. And that's why I said, like, maybe on the rap tip, or maybe as far as that shit go, yeah, you might say, oh, okay, he ain't on the level of such and such, or only on the level of such and such. Because motherfuckers knew Von. Like, Von was a motherfucking, there go them heartburn burps again. Motherfucking same ass stinking ass wine that I keep running back to. But the nigga, fuck I was saying. I was saying something about Butter Country. Damn, man, y'all made me lose my goddamn train of thought. They goddamn burping ass shit. But, oh no, I was saying how, like, yeah, they might not be big as certain folks. And Von was a nigga, like, Von was funny as a motherfucker, man. Von was funny. And if you can make anybody laugh, like, you down there winning them motherfuckers over. But Von was a funny motherfucker, and Von was just a nigga who, like, everybody seemed like you would want to kick it with type shit. Like, you wouldn't be nervous to kick it with him. You wouldn't be, and some folk probably would be on some groupie shit. Like, they'd be nervous. But he one of them niggas that, like, you ain't gotta be nervous around type shit. Like, well, I wouldn't be. But folks say I got a big personality when I, like, all that type shit. But I be cool. I be cool when goddamn everybody else in panic mode. But even still, even with me being the nigga that I am, or the person that I am, the man that I am, it ain't no shit where it's like, you know, I'm bigger than the moment or bigger than anybody or nothing like that. Like, I ain't no nigga like I mean, I ain't like that. I ain't like, I'm bigger than somebody. But a lot of folks took to the old block ends more, and of course it's a famous spot. And what they actually did say that I cannot argue with, I must agree with, is when he was like, nigga, Von made y'all famous. I have to concede that's a good point. And he did. But I'll say this too. They was using it the way that they were supposed to use it in order to capitalize off of it too. And that's what niggas realized, and that's why they felt like, that's why I feel like they felt like Duck had to go. Because Duck, that was finna be a threat, a major threat. Duck was already a uniter. Duck had folks from every side of everything. Somebody, I don't give a fuck who it was, goddamn it, from on either side of the tracks, from any hood, any set, any gang, any organization, and whatever. It was somebody that fucked with Duck. It was somebody. I don't give a damn which hood you name from that motherfucker. This nigga walking around with motherfucking. Why are you riding with your lights out, dude? But yeah, that shit this nigga just threw me all the way the fuck off. God damn. But damn, man, what the fuck I was saying? Oh yeah, Duck was a united ass nigga. He got down, he brought a lot of folks, like, again, together on some shit. And folks just respected that nigga. And when you like that, I don't give a damn what side of the tracks you on or how big a nigga portrays himself to be or even might look like he is. Like, when you become a threat on that level, it's hard for a nigga not to feel threatened. Like, man, yeah, if this nigga get to this point or even get close to me, this shit could be bad for me. And so it become about survival. But that should be crazy, man. Just imagine you somewhere, you about to get something to eat. Like them niggas goddamn on go for them, just on some goddamn he gotta go type shit. And you can't tell me that when a nigga feel like that, like you just gotta go at any cost. That ain't just pure hate. That's also survival. Because you can't, like, you know if this nigga get a chance, he'll do the same to you. And just imagine you chilling. It's just a regular day. And get a call or get a text. Got his location. For you to be on go like that, like running, shit, nigga, I gotta go right now. It's the one time this nigga slipping. And it's broad fucking daylight. In that district, nigga, where the police, nigga, be right the fuck there and folks don't do this shit. But tonight, well, today, not tonight, today, right the fuck now. I was finna make me a sandwich, but right the fuck now, nigga, I'm at his ass. You cannot tell me that is strictly someone who simply hates someone. That's not just hate. That's hate. It's some hate. It's some hate involved. But that is also survival. Because if I don't feel threatened by you like that, I catch your bitch ass when I catch you. And if I don't feel threatened like that, you might ain't even gotta go. I might just beat your ass. Like, straight up. Like, it ain't gonna be that serious. That shit gonna strictly be motherfucking, yeah, like, nigga, I might smack the motherfucking shit out you. Type shit. Fuck! Like that nigga who was on that internet nigga when he was smacking that nigga. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Nigga done smack this nigga into a coma. But that's what it'll be. If it ain't no survival involved. Folks ain't gonna understand that shit that ain't never lived that shit. But that's what that's gonna be. So, you know, I said what I said. Yeah, man. But that shit sad as fuck on all ends. Like, that shit ugly, that shit fucked up. And I commend J Mane for pushing peace. But I don't blame him for wanting to fuck Shy Glizzy up during that motherfucking interview, because goddamn it, I seen that shit. He wanted to fuck that nigga up. Like, stop fucking playing with me, bro. And he kept trying to, like, make it about the peace and the kids. Bro, you like, nigga, it's about these kids, bro. That nigga was trying to let out some goddamn anger. And he was pissed. And rightfully fucking so. But we live and we learn, man. J Mane go do some motherfucking push-ups and shit, man. Throw back a few real whoops. Not even just the imaginary junks. Not even just the imaginary junks. And call it a motherfucking day, man. You taking on a big ass role, pushing peace, and being the first one to extend your hand to the other side. You taking a big ass role. But you gonna be remembered forever for that shit. And if ain't nobody ever told you that shit, nigga, I told you that motherfucking shit, nigga. You gonna forever be remembered for being the first nigga to extend his hand to the other side in that fucking war. Cause that's been a real fucking war going on. Again, man, it be niggas up there that don't know what it feel like to go to the store without a shiesty mask on. And that was another thing what said. No, matter of fact, Sean said that shit. That shit crazy in my name too, son. But Sean said that shit too. Like, Chicago niggas really fuck shit up in a lot of places. Like, they made a whole lot of motherfuckers wanna goddamn move like they do. And the hoods be set up different and everything, and niggas still be on that shit. But it's certain niggas who don't know what it feel like to go to the store without goddamn having everything covered up on their body that they could possibly have covered, so a nigga can't identify them. But yeah, no. Again, man, some folks, that's all they know. So they grow to love it. But again, then we learn, man, life is a process. And J-Mane is creating progress. And progress is a process. So, got my motherfucking hungry as fuck plate. Finna go fuck this shit up. Cause I'm hungry as fuck. But again, you're doing some big shit, J-Mane. Hold your head, big dog. And again, I ain't gonna tell nobody to subscribe, to like or subscribe. But if you like it, like it. If you go subscribe, subscribe. But I'm gonna take my ass on in this house. Y'all have a good night.